Was he a nice guy? It couldn't have been nice. With that kind of mentality he had, you can't be a nice guy. He would be difficult to be around if you didn't truly love the game of basketball. He is difficult.
The Michael Jordan evolution, it always have to start back in college. Hitting the shot against Georgetown in 1982 when I really didn't know exactly what I was doing.
North Carolina has won the 1982 NCAA championship.
It awakened a person inside of me to excel, to compete to excel, to be one of the best or be the best. That drove me. And I guess with that shot, it kind of ignited a fire inside of me that nothing was going to stop.
Michael Jordan tells me one day he wants to be the best player that's ever played here. And I said, well, you got to work harder than you did in high school. He said, I worked as hard as everybody else. I said, oh, excuse me. I thought you just told me you want to be the best player to ever play here. He said, I'm going to show you. Nobody will ever work as hard as I work. But I think of 3 years of watching that youngster get better and better and better. Michael Jordan's the only player that could ever turn it on and off. And he never freaking turned it off.
Was fear of failure a motivator?
I never feared about my skills, because I put in the work. Work ethic eliminates fear.
What role does ego play in all this?
People were afraid of him.
Ego's everything. Ego's a part of determination.
We were his teammates who we were afraid of him, and there was just fear.
Catch the ball when I threw it to you. I just threw it to you.
You cannot find a successful person in life who don't have an ego.
The fear factor of MJ was so thick.
There's various types of attitudes to training, so that you get athletes who just turn up.
Yeah, let's not get it wrong. He was an asshole. He was a jerk.
Athletes who turn up to compete.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the most fierce competitor there is.
Then there's the athletes who train to win.
If I consider myself a step slower, then that means I'm gonna get down there and work harder and see if I can get that step back.
And then there are just those very few players who train to dominate. They train so hard that winning is inevitable.
Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I led you to believe it was easy when it wasn't. Maybe I made you think my highlights started at the free throw line and not in the gym. Maybe I made you think that every shot I took was a game winner. That my game was built on flash and not fire. Maybe it's my fault that you didn't see that failure gave me strength, that my pain was my motivation. Maybe I led you to believe that basketball was a God-given gift and not something I worked for every single day of my life. Maybe I destroyed the game. Or maybe you're just making excuses.
How big is your ego?
It's big, but it's controllable.
I hate losing. I mean, it's not even a question. But I have to respect losing because losing is a part of winning. Yeah. You never just, win. You got to lose to win. Losing is going to hurt. Absolutely. To a point where you would look at how can I do things different? How can I change? How can I make this team better? And that's the thing about a team, and you know this too, is that before you can look at someone else, you got to look at yourself in the mirror because that's how things get started, and you got to be willing to change.
I feel I still have room to improve. I still set goals for myself to strive for. I'm never complacent with what I've achieved. When I get to a point where I feel I can improve as a player, I walk away from the game.
He crossed the line numerous times, but as time goes on and you think back about what he was actually trying to accomplish, you're like, yeah, he was a hell of a teammate.
He was pushing us all to be better because he wanted to win. And guess what? It worked.
The best pay a big price.
I'm only doing it because it is who I am. That's how I played the game. That was my mentality. If you don't want to play that way, don't play that way.